This is the only video that you will ever need to watch about parlays. So the question is it even smart to play parlays if we want to become long-term winners in sports betting? Because we see a lot of short-term results and many sports bettors promote parlays and bookmakers love parlays too. And there is a big reason for that. But the first thing we need to understand is why bookmakers win. They win because they have advantage. And this advantage is created by them. They simply offer us unfair odds. And this is a gap that every sports bettor must overcome. And if this advantage is too big, this is very bad for sports bettors and very good for bookmakers. So what is a parlay? Parlay is a bet type where we put more games on a ticket. And most of the time we must win all games in order to win a bet. Bookmakers love them. Losing bettors love them because they hope that they will hit that big winner. But professional sports bettors stay away from them. I know that there's a lot of parlays on the internet and a lot of sports handicappers will offer you parlay bets or will give you advice how to bet on parlays. But let me tell you this, the facts and the math is against you. So bookmakers win because they have the advantage. Every time we make a bet, we pay them small fee. A margin or a juice or a wick if you like. But the most important thing to understand is that we pay unfair price. The bigger their advantage, the harder it is to beat them. And when it comes to long-term approach, this advantage is very important. This is why bookmakers' business model is so successful. And on the other side, long-term winning bettors must beat these margins. Let's take an example of a team with the winning probability of 50%. In this case, fair odds would be plus 100 in American odds or 2.0 in decimal odds. This is very easy to calculate. Because if you bet $100, you should make a profit of plus 100 American dollars on a game with the probability of 50%. But of course, bookmakers will never offer the same odds. They will offer us unfair odds. So instead of plus 100 or 2.0, they will offer us minus 110 or 1.91 in this example. And that means that instead of profiting plus 100 American dollars, we profit only 91 American dollars. So how much you lose in this case? Instead of 100 American dollars, we profit only $91. And this is $9 of loss. And if we calculate the percentage of loss, this is 9% of loss because they offer us unfair odds. So what happens if we play a double? This is a ticket with two games. The fair odds would be plus 300 or in decimal odds 4.0. But instead of this, they offer us unfair odds of plus 265. So instead of profiting plus 300 of American dollars, we profit only 265. So how much you lose? Instead of 300, we profit only 265, and this is around 11.7% loss. So what happens if we play 3 games on a ticket? In this case, fair odds would be plus 700, but because they offer us unfair odds, they offer us only 597. So instead of profiting 700 American dollars, we profit only 597. So how much you lose if you put 3 games on a ticket? Instead of 700 American dollars of profit, we profit only 597. And this is even bigger loss. It is around 14.7% of loss. So the more games we put on a ticket, the bigger advantage bookmakers have against us. Or if you like, we are in worse situation. For example, if we bet only single, it is 9% loss. Double, 11.7% loss. Treble, 14.7%, and if we put 10 games on a ticket, it is around 37% of loss, which is huge loss against fair odds. And this is a table with decimal odds and calculation how much money we lose if we put more and more games on a ticket. With the single, as you see, around 9%, with double 11.7%, and so on. The more games we put on a ticket, the worse situation for us. And this is something every sports bettor must understand. And as you see, the more games you put on a ticket, bookmakers will have bigger and bigger advantage against you. This is why all professionals stay away from parlays, at least when it comes to long-term approach and becoming a long-term winner in sports betting. Bookmakers are smarter and smarter every single day. The market is sharper and sharper every single day. Beating the market, beating closing line is not that simple. But if you put yourself in a crazy position where you give them a huge advantage, this is completely crazy thing to do. If you want to try luck and you want to hit a big winner, you can try luck with the parlays, and bookmakers will welcome you because you will pay a lot of fees. But if you want to take sports betting more seriously and if you want to have long-term approach and become a long-term winner in sports betting, then stay away from parlays. Bookmakers understand numbers. Their whole business is based on the numbers and probabilities. Sharp bettors also understand probabilities, numbers and margins. And I think that we can close this discussion forever because margins will multiply and bookmakers will have even bigger and bigger advantage against you. And I hope that this video will help you to make better betting decisions in the future. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, or maybe share with your friends if you think they will get some value. Thank you for watching.